Good morning, Airsofters! Phoenix Rising Airsoft, Phoenix here with another product review. Today we are going to do a review of the brand new Novritsch SSE18. And yes, folks, we are going to dive into this right now, and we're going to go over the good points, the bad points, and why I am so excited for this gun and to get out on the field and use it. So let's dive into the box. So with the gun alone, he did a little change with the packaging. It doesn't come with a cool plastic foam, egg crate foam filled carry case. Just came in a nice cardboard box. Very secure in there. And inside the box, you get a speed loader. Everybody needs one of these. You probably have 5, 6, 7 of them just kicking around your house somewhere. I know I do. You get which is something cool and different with this gun. It is a USB charger. You can still use your normal LiPo charger, but this is innovating, because if you're out of the field and you don't have a power source, but you do have your car that you have a cigarette adapter that you can plug this into and charge your battery in between matches. Or if you have a power bank, plug it into there. If you have a backup battery, you're good to go. But I like this. This is a really cool feature with the gun that I really do like. The battery, this is a 7.4 LiPo battery, 550 milliamp hour, wired to microDINs. I have recently, over the last year, been switching my guns to DINs connection. I found the joys of having a good secure power flow from the battery to the gearbox, and a DINs connector by far is superior to your Tamiya. And this is really small. So trying to find one of these aftermarket, it's going to be really difficult. So if you're going to get one of these guns, I'd highly suggest get an extra battery. You always want a backup. And before we get into the gun, you also get a really tiny unjamming rod, cleaning rod. This is one of the smallest ones that I have seen yet in my 11 years of playing Airsoft. Now we get to the gun itself. Yes. So we have the SSP18. Yes, folks. I took it out of the box yesterday. I held it. I put the battery in, pulled the trigger a couple times, see how it sounds. It has a snappy sound. I really like it. It's crisp. It's clean. I've yet to run any BBs through it, but that will come here a little while later when I do my chrono test of this. And it is a little storming outside, so I was going to go in my backyard and plink some rounds from one side to the other, but that's not going to happen today. So also, the gun, as you notice, tape. This tape, in certain states, a law was passed, I believe, back in 2019, but you can correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, that with Airsoft, so people knew it was Airsoft, and in those states, you can't take the tape off. You have to leave the tape on. So Airsoft companies now, when they ship guns out, depending on what state it's going to, or they just throw it on all the guns, they put the tape, which is required by law. In the state of Virginia, where I am at, they don't have that law. So this tape is going to come off the gun. We'll do that later, though. The gun itself, the feel of it feels good. It has a 2-stage trigger. And what that means is, if you're using just your fingertip and you try to pull the trigger, it's not going to go anywhere. You have to press in the center little lever to be able to pull the trigger all the way back and make it fire. It does have a orange painted tip on it. It has the nice fiber optic front sight. The back sight is not painted. I don't know how I feel about that, but we'll come back to that in the good and the bad of the gun. the mag release is here. It's a nice mag release. So if you're wearing gloves, you're not going to have to worry about feeling for it. You are going to feel that mag release. Very easy, very smooth. And you're saying, what just dropped out of the bottom of it? Well, this is the magazine for it. It is a stick magazine. Airsofters, you're used to the standard type mags. Yes, this is a little odd. Takes a little getting used to. But it does hold 30 rounds and it is double stacked. And it locks into place very easily. I like the feel of it. I like the design. Slightly the upper slide, which is all metal, has nice cuts on it. A little bit of a futuristic look to it, but that's okay. It does have the bottom Picatinny rail. So you can put a flashlight. If you want to get funky and you want to put a foregrip on it, I don't know why you would, but you can. It also does have right here, there is a little tiny safety switch. So if you pull the trigger, it's not going. Push up, you're good to go. Would have been nice to see him put some sort of, red you're dead type thing on there, so you knew if it was down, up, green, something so it's engaged and you can shoot. Fun thing about this, yes, it is an AEP, and it is one of the few on the market that it has a fun switch. It's got semi, flip this down right here, and you're in full auto. So you're in towns, you're in close quarters, CQB, indoor arenas, you have the ability to go full auto. You will empty your mag very quickly. So have some extra mags, have 3 or 4, or you can get extended mags for it also. And to remove the upper slide on the back here, this is different from a different type of AEP that I have, which you just press and it will come up. You have to press the very bottom of it to release it. And it comes forward. There's your slide. You got your fiber optics, orange tip, which is a 14 millimeter counterclockwise threaded tip. So you want to throw a suppressor on there. You want to throw a compensator. You got it. You can do it. So under here, you have your hop-up wheel. I haven't tested out to see for adjusting, but I'm going to say that right now, it's going to be a pretty good hop-up wheel. Your battery compartment, no battery in it right now. Here is your wiring, your MOSFET, and your Dean's connector. It looks like it's got plenty of room. I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to take a little getting used to plugging the battery in. It is very snug. So you're not going to have to worry about the battery coming loose from the connectors. But it does have a 603 tight bore barrel. It's to me, it is a solid build out of the box. Just firing some rounds in it. Let me put a battery in it and we will come back to it and we'll do a couple of test pulls so you guys can hear how crisp and clear the sound of this is. All right, I've got the battery in and you can see it fills up that space very nicely. We're going to turn it around and you've got your MOSFET right there, your Dean's connector, and then the charging adapter for the battery is right there. What I've learned is the best thing to do after you plug the battery in, pull the connector line through and the battery charging cable through, slide the battery in on the other side, and then push it back as much as possible. Slide the battery connector forward to fill in the empty space there, and then lie these flat along the other side of the battery. Makes it easier to put the upper receiver back on. That way nothing is in the way, and we put it down, and boom, we are good to go. So, this is how it sounds on semi. Nice, snappy, very clean sounding, full auto. I am excited. I want to get this out on the field and I want to use it. And the reason why I'm excited, let me get into that. Over my 11 years of playing airsoft, I have used green gas, I have used CO2. I had a SEMA version of this way back in the day, kind of like Novritsch, who his original secondary was, it wasn't a SEMA, I believe it was, there's another company that makes them. And one of the things that excited me when I saw this last year, that he was making this, was he was going back to his roots, to his tried and true. He always used his AEP. And you're going to say, why an AEP? Why not a green gas? Why not a CO2? I've used them. Wintertime, green gas is not good to use. Summertime, wintertime, CO2 you can use all year round. Summertime, your shots might chrono a little bit higher than normal because of summer. And with the AEP, all year round. Throw a battery in, it is reliable. Yes, as the battery gets lower on power, your shots, the FPS will drop. Where difference, it's going to be reliable. It's going to put rounds on target. And you're not going to have to worry about how many rounds do I have in this. I filled my mag with green gas or my CO2 cylinder and going, oh God, I've got to stop and put a new cylinder or refill it. This should last you, I'm going to say, probably almost an entire day, or if an entire day, depending on how much you're using it. Don't have to worry about your O-rings, making sure that your O-rings stay lubed so they don't dry out. And that's the most typical thing with CO2 and green gas, and why I love using, I still do have an AEP. I replaced it a few years back because I don't have to worry about O-rings. Every time I have a gun, if it's a 1911, after a certain amount of time, the O-rings go. And either you have to get a rebuild kit or you have to buy a whole new mag. I don't even know what the price point is. This right here, put a battery in, put a mag in, and you're good to go. No gas required, no CO2. It's going to be solid. It's going to be reliable. So, folks, I'm going to do a chrono video on this, and then I'm going to do an accessory video of some of the accessories that I got that I felt I needed. Novritsch has given a good variety of accessories for this gun, so you can customize it to your liking. But for now, the Novritsch SSE18, I love it. I've been wanting this for almost an entire year, and I have it, and I can't wait to use it. So, till next time, Airsofters, stay safe, stay frosty, and remember, if you like this content, you want to see more product review videos, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you have any comments, please drop them in the comments section. I would love to hear your feedback, good, bad, and different. Help me to improve what I'm doing to give you guys the best videos possible. Catch you on the flip.